ever heard Christians say that Jesus couldn't marry? He was divine. He was the Messiah. Messiahs couldn't marry. Well, let's go on to the idea of prophets and Messiahs marrying, because this is found in the Bible. Cyrus the Great, 500 years before Jesus, was seen as the Messiah to the Jews. He had 2 wives. Chalcedon, who he had 5 children to, and another one who was Amytis of Medea, who he married in order to gain legitimacy because he overthrew his uncle. So this was his aunt he married. Now there's also a birth legend surrounding Cyrus the Great that's somewhat a combination of Jesus and Moses in a sense. And when I say this, it's because of when Astyages, which is Cyrus's uncle, has a dream of Mandoon, who is Cyrus's mother, giving birth. During this birth process, luscious fruit-bearing vines burst forth and floods swept the earth. He freaks out on this dream and summons his advisors, who then in turn say that this dream means that Cyrus, his nephew, is going to conquer the earth. So his uncle freaks out and orders his death, but he doesn't want to kill a child, so he passes on this job to his general. The general doesn't want to kill the young child Cyrus, a baby, so he passes on this task to his servant, who in turn doesn't want to kill a child, but swaps the body over with, well, swaps the boy over, I should say, with the body of his dead infant son, stillborn. So the king in turn believes that Cyrus is dead, but later discovers that he is alive and thinks nothing of this dream he had, and allows Cyrus to inherit his father's kingdom, which was Persia. It was very small at the time, and recognize Astyages as overlord. So, King of Kings. Now, he in turn punishes his general because he didn't fulfill his task, and kills and cooks his son and makes the general eat it. Now, the Mandaeans believed that John the Baptist, who was their final prophet, was married to a lady called Anha, and they had children. Well, I couldn't find the names of the children. If you guys can find them, please drop them in the comments. Hear a plane? Okay, that plane's gone. I had to pause it. It was pretty bloody loud. All right. Isaiah, who was a prophet, his wife was referred to as the prophetess. This is either because she was married to a prophet, or more than likely that she was a prophetess in her own right. Now, they also had children. Now, Jeremiah, who was a prophet, was commanded by God not to have kids. And this is because the land was suffering of plague at the time, and hunger and disease and famine. And he didn't want Jeremiah's kids to die of hunger or disease, as he said that they would. So this is a different case. Now, Enoch and Elijah, who are both mentioned as the son of man, and prophets. Enoch was married. Enoch also had children. Now, Elijah, most agree that he wasn't married and lived a life of chastity, though if he was married, it's not mentioned. Some recognize him as Phinehas, which this derived around the 1st century, recognizing these two as the same individuals. Some also believe that Elijah was John the Baptist. Now, in Kabbalistic tradition, Elijah isn't actually a human, but an angel in human form, so thus he has no parents and has no offspring. And this is why he returns to heaven, basically. So it's interesting when we look at these old ideas, and I'm going to do a full video on Jeremiah eventually as well. So peace and love, everyone. I love you all. Connect to my mind and soul. Namaste.